We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Sean Newcomb gets the ball for Game 1 of the League Championship Series here at home. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy pitched well his last one, getting through 7 innings in his last start. We'll see if he can turn in another quality start and pick up the win in this one also.
Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2025 Boston Red Sox.
A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matty, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff spot right now. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and...
Batting fourth, left fielder, Mike Rogers.
From the stretch. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire. So coming to the plate, Mike Rogers. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. On to Lansdowne, and gone. A solo shot here to left. His first homer here in the series. As the Rangers strike first, it's 1-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Mike Rogers. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball.
Striding in for Boston, John Flowers. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. At the plate, Mike Rogers. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
First baseman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Kenny Vargas. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. The tag, and they cut down the potential go-ahead run at the... So here's the cleanup hitter, Mike Rogers. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the... Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's the second game of this ALCS between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. Game 2 of this year's ALCS starts now. Hayden Gillis will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, hard to be any better than he was in his last one. How about a CG in a two-hitter? He was in complete control from beginning to end. It'll be fun to see if he carries that over into this one.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2025 Boston Red Sox.
A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Hayden Gillis is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was at his previous start.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. The guy I want to focus on is outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Also a hybrid type outfielder. Forced to move to a corner in Boston with the likes of Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts out there. But a guy who can play center with a strong
Standing in, Mike Rogers, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the belt, kicks and deals. Pitch out, nothing doing. Skied into straightaway right. Morris is going to have room out there as he puts. Stepping up now, Steven Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Steven Gonzalez.
Lifted the other way to left center. Rogers will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center. Striding in once again, Mike Rogers. He flew out in his last at-bat. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Row, is you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Morris is there, 2 down. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, John Flowers. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 3-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rogers moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So striding forward now, Mike Rogers. He singled his last time up. Hit on the ground to short. Correa ranges to his right. And they will get, no, he's in there. A very close play at first. And it looks like we're going to see time called here as he looked to come up a bit gingerly after he hit the first base bag. But from all indications, it looks like it won't be enough to take him out of the ball game. Into the box, Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in there. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Got him. Striding into the box, Mitch Haniger. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 2-2. Drilled to the right side. And there's his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2. And he's able to find the knockout there.
And the runner back safely. Rogers on second. Haniger is over at first with 1 away. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. At the plate, Kenny Vargas. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. This is on the ground over to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. So next to the plate for Texas, Mike Rogers.
Mike Rogers.
First pitch on its way. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Flowers is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out. A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And there's no better time of year to come up. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 3 of the AL Championship Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. It's Game 3 of the ALCS next. Tim Melville will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2025 Texas Rangers.
And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's got over 1,000 RBIs. He's already proved he's a clutch hitter. He knows how to drive in big runs when it counts. So if the situation comes up in this game, I'm looking to watch how he goes to work in the clutch.
Tim Melville gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Time for a look at the Rangers on D. And you talk about fitting a profile for a right fielder. Big surprise who brings the absolute bazooka to the game today. That is the right fielder. Don't look for anyone to test this guy.
So digging in now, Mike Rogers, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Rogers.
First delivery to him on the way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Morris. And that ends the inning. Next up for the Red Sox, Eric Morris. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Morris.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rogers on the move. And that retires the side. One. At the plate, Mike Rogers. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Mike Rogers.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Morris has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out. So striding in, Blake Swihart. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Rogers is over, and that's the third out. Digging in once again, Mike Rogers.
Left fielder, Mike Rogers.
First pitch coming, here it is. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Striding in, Teoscar Hernandez.
Boys, this guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Pitch outside, the throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
It makes a lot.
Now the Red Sox DH, Miguel Rivera, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rogers is after it. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Digging in now, Mike Rogers. He singled his last time up.
Mike Rogers.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lined hard toward right center. And that's a base hit. So a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment.
Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
That's how quickly things can change in this crazy game. The pitcher was upset about the call on the previous pitch, which could have been strike 3. Then he serves up one for a double. Good example of why you have to have a short memory in this game. You let those things get to you, and oftentimes they lead to more mistakes.
Gonzalez is under it, no problem, 1 away. Stepping into the box, Chad Pinder, 0 for 2 for him to this point. And now on 3-0, they won't even bother throwing another pitch as they'll just go ahead and put him aboard here.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Kenny Vargas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
Catcher, Kevin Plawecki.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch just got a piece to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself. The Dallas Skyline. this one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason.